So just quickly before I pressure wash the other side, and this boat's still wet, you can see all these silver bits here, which once the boat dries they're not so predominant, so that's why before I do the other side we'll just have a quick look. And you can see that between the anodes, that one kind of like there and this one here, that it forms away from the anodes, so they're doing their job. This one here took a bit of a hammering, to be fair, but you can see how there is a little bit of the silver electrolysis going on, but as we get closer to the next anode it's not so much. And again, if I pan back here, it's the same around the anode, not much electrolysis going on, but as we work further away from it in this area here, it starts to build up a little bit more. So that kind of gives you an idea of what coverage each anode will actually give you. It's not that far, it's probably about 3 to 4 feet either side coverage. So that's why it's important. If you're going to put them down the sides, you need 3, 4 on either side. It depends on the conditions of where your boat's living, to be fair, as to how badly that hull is being attacked. But there you go, just a quick fun fact for you, or observation. Good afternoon, people. It's Monday afternoon, late April. I had a bit of a hectic week last week with the 2 boats that we got done. Lion toads, they're all ready to be collected. And we're now on to this week's job, which is Adventurer, which I believe we did 2 years ago, nearly to the week. Just an update on Karen's flag. I believe it's still flying upside down, people. Poor lady's still in distress. Right, just saves you keep messaging me and telling me that my flag's upside down. I'm telling you it's not my flag. Anyway, back to Venturer. Like I say, did this boat 2 years ago. Let's have a look at it on the starboard side. That anode was a little bit bigger the last time we looked at it. It's shrunk a wee bit now, and these had been put on before we did the blacking 2 years ago. They're hanging out all right, doing good. Bit of rust along the waterline on this boat. We did weld some anodes down the side of the hull because I think this boat started to suffer a little bit from electrolysis, and like I showed you when I was cleaning it off earlier on, you could, when the boat's wet, you could really see where the little electrolysis silver dots were having a go at the boat. But now it's dry, they sort of pale into insignificance with the rest of it and you can't see them, but they're there. Just a few. It's got a few pits, not particularly deep, just surface ones between the anodes. Waterline, yeah, just a little bit rusty. This one's cleaning up with a wire wheel and feathering in the old blacking. This anode at the front, it's the last one on the side, has took a bit of a pasting, and it's where the worst bit of electrolysis was, on the side as well, if you remember from before. So I think we'll whip that off and put a new one on there. Bit unusual to have to change one, but I think we're gonna have to do that. So still got the dent which you had a couple of years ago. There's nothing changed there. That's quite common with going into locks. Quite often, if you're not absolutely square on to going into a lock, you clip the side and you end up with a dent there. Moving on to the bow. Oh, and the chine angle, I forgot to mention. Chine angle down here is looking really good on this boat all the way along. Not a problem with it at all. Front anode, that's good. and the one that it was put on there to replace is just hanging in there. A little bit of a dent there. I'll clean up these flaky bits here as well. Moving on to the port side, the sunny side. Again, there's just a little bit of this old anode there, little dent there, nothing to worry about. The anode's okay, and the chine angle down here is looking good on this side all the way down. And again, we have another little bit of a dent in there. The camera probably doesn't pick that up, but there is a little bit of a dent there. Anodes on this side ones, they're looking all right. And yeah, just a little bit rusty along the waterline, which is what we had before. Center anode, that's doing all right. Outlets, a little bit rusty on the outlets. And again, this is where this boat had pitting before, midships on the port side, and I've measured it, and they're still sitting at 1.5 mil. That's the worst one. The rest of them are all about 1.2, but there's just an area on this side that picked up a little bit, but it's got no worse. In fact, it's in better condition than it was before, and I would say that's down to having the side anodes on it, but just rusty along the waterline. Now, whether that's to where the boat's been sitting, I don't know. I can't actually remember where this boat lives. But anyway, moving towards the back of the port side, chine angle looking good, rear anode's good, and they didn't put one on the side at the back here. I did miss it on the previous walk round, and then I found it at the last minute. It's up underneath there. It's hanging in there. It's not a very common place to put one. So the propeller, there's a little bit of a nick out of that paddle there. I believe that was there before, but it's looking a bit more mellow now, so it's smoothed out a little bit over time, I would say. But the rest of the paddles, nothing wrong with them. They're all square, or straight I should say, not square, they're rounded. Split pin, that's good. And I can't move it, I can't see any play in that, not one-handed anyway, it looks good. Rudder cup, as it was before, it's got a little bit of play in it. It's serviceable, plenty of meat around the edge, but yeah, it can move around a little bit. I don't know if I can do it one-handed or not. Yeah, like I say, that's preference down to the owner, whether the vibration of that is a problem when they're going long or not. We didn't change it last time, so I'm guessing that he's totally happy with that. Right, so adventurer just needs a little bit of prep around the back on the greenery and along the waterline. I think we need to whip that one anode off and swap it out for a new one. And yeah, it's a lovely sunny afternoon, so let's crack on. So I was overruled by Jane, who said, no, we're going to do the complete sides on this one, you're not going to skimp it. So here we are, cleaning off the sides with the wire wheel with a grinder. Right, so that's a bit of time lapse of us getting everything prepped up, and in the sunlight you can see where we've smoothed off all of the rough edges on the old blacking. Had a good old dig out of any of the pits that were on the side, got the rust out of them. So now let's get some blacking on. So that's Adventurer all done, 2 coats on, but we do have some more content for you after Cake of the Week. So fabulous, Jane, warm enough for you. Sit outside, alfresco lunch, and Cake of the Week is lime and coconut cake. So there you go, Milk Kiln Farm Shop. That's the place we're at again. Cool. Good morning, people, and it's pretty early in the morning, and so we're back on this job here, which last week I did the lip seal on, and now I'm going to remove all the water pipes so we can put new ones on. It's about 20 odd years old, this boat, and the owner just wants to freshen it up and do some preventative maintenance, really. So there seems to be some entertainment going on with the neighbours. Looks like Mike and Sue are doing some rather extreme tree surgery. Either that or CRT, not really sure. It's a tree that is right on the waterline. I'm not sure whose land it is on, but if it gets exciting, I shall try and film it for you guys. Right, back to my water pipes. And that's where you find the thermostat housing on a Vitas. So unfortunately you couldn't see with the camera very well me removing the pipes from the bottom, so I decided to go back to a bit of tree surgery. So the removal of the tree continues, but I've got work to do, so on with it. Let's get some new water pipes fitted. So the tree is completely gone, and I now have all of my water pipes. So let's get cracking. So I've got the pipes on the bottom. You couldn't get the camera in there to film this, so here we go. That's why you guys are watching a tree come down, but unfortunately there's no trees to watch being cut down today, so here we are. But I'll do my best for you. New thermostat. So new thermostat, that goes here. Then that goes inside there. Don't like that at all. I'm not try it without the boot on it. That's a much better fit. I'm going with that one. That's how the original one was. It didn't have a rubber ring around the edge of it. So I'm going to go without a rubber ring as well. Okay, we have a drain plug, put a new copper washer on it. The customer says that it was just starting to weep a little bit. Okay. Now we've just got our 2 clarified pipes to put on. So bottom to top, top to bottom. Rightly or wrongly, that's the way it was. So this is a rubber washer that a lot of people forget to fit when they're changing their filter. So here I am using the engine's electric fuel pump to prime the fuel filter. It takes a few times and then we've expelled all of the air from the filter. So this is the ATF oil going in for the gearbox, and now I'm just setting the tappets. That's them all done. Took a little while, so I didn't video it. This is not a tutorial. There's been a bit of bad language as well, potentially. That's that all buttoned up. Pretty much done now. Right, I'll chalk that up as a win and on to the next job.